But it's funny. I've had a couple people say, oh, they said this or they said that. And I'm like, you know what I think to myself? I think to myself, like, what are we doing? What are people doing? If you care so much about saying a negative comment about somebody, especially, whatever, if I tore my hamstring, but anybody, it doesn't matter, me or anybody, it doesn't matter. But if you're taking the time to write something down negative about somebody on social media, like, I feel bad for you, actually. Like, I don't feel bad for me. You write whatever you want or write whatever you want about whoever. But, like, if you're taking the time to write a negative comment about somebody, like, you at some point got to look in the mirror, pull the accountability mirror, look at myself and say, what am I doing? That's how I feel. It's like, what are, so like, I don't know. It's just crazy that people take the time to write negative stuff about other people they don't even know.
I know. And by the way,
no reason.
The nicest human being on the planet. And there's so much I want to get into this. So let's dive in. Let's dive in. Okay. Right now, first and foremost, if you have not seen it, this is what happened at Banana Ball in Cincinnati over the weekend.
Much like Beetlejuice, you speak his name, Sean Casey appears. And we've got his teammate, Danny Graves, up in the booth to watch him take his first live at-bat since 2008 with the Boston Red Sox.
Just please don't get hurt, Case. Don't get hurt. But I guarantee you he still rakes if they throw him a strike.
Tough task. He's up against former Los Angeles Dodgers prospect Jimmy Lewis, who nearly plunks him. And it's going to be a ball four sprint. Wow, 4 straight bad ones. And look at the mare go. He's trying to get
Easy.
2 bags.
No, stop, Case.
Wow. Slams the brakes. Always known to be fleet of foot. He's still got the wheels.
Well, I just can't believe he didn't swing at anything close.
Look at the acceleration. Boom! There he goes. I can't believe he didn't want to slide into second base.
Dude, what an experience, man. What an experience. First off, dude, to be back in Cincinnati, to have that moment when Jesse announced me to come out and the place come to their feet, absolute uproar. Dude, it touches your heart. It actually touches your heart, Chench. It's like, dude, 8 years giving your heart and soul to that city, representing them in the All-Star game, all the teams we play with, it's funny. I got a call last night from the call that the first call I was going to make today was to Ken Griffey Jr. Because Junior's the first guy to tear that. I believe the first surgery ever for a professional athlete that tore his hamstring off the bone was Junior. And I believe 2001 at spring training, he got, he went down. So he called me last night. I answered the phone. He's like, torn off the bone, huh? It's the first thing he said. I go, yeah, dude. I was just about to call you. We had a great conversation, but it was great to reconnect with him. The torn hamstring, kind of reconnected Junior and I last night. But, it was incredible. I just want to say to all the fans in Cincinnati, if anyone's listening to this, thank you so much. Like, words can't express the gratitude I have for that city and those fans, and to be able to do that one more time, to take the box. And I was hoping for a pitch to hit. I didn't get a pitch to hit. 4 pitches were out. But yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Two comments for you to react to. First and foremost, we are confirming torn off the bone. There will be a surgery, correct?
Torn off the bone, dude. Yeah, torn off the bone. Gonna need surgery on Thursday morning. So I'm not missing the combine with Jake. Jake's going to the Major League Baseball combine. So I'm flying out to Arizona, and then tomorrow on Tuesday, we've got a lot of stuff going on, and then I'm flying Wednesday to Cincy, and then hamstring reconnection on Thursday morning. Dude, I was thinking about Chinch, so many things to talk about, because I was thinking my hammy, I think since I've played, it had to be holding on by a string. Dude, when you're playing Major League Baseball, people don't realize, if you're following as a fan, you're not necessarily following everybody's injuries. Like, if I go back to my career, dude, I had an orbital fracture. I tore all the cartilage in my wrist, broken thumb. I broke my back. I've had 2 shoulder surgeries. I broke my pelvic bone going in the stands for a ball, let alone broke both feet. I had knee surgery. I also tore all the fascia in my calf, blew out my calf 3 times, blew out my hammies like a bunch of times, quads, all that stuff. So when I hip flexor, went on a deal with a hip flexor, C4, C5 bulging disc, still have it to this day. So like there's so much stuff going on in your body. My right hammy is one of those things I'm like, whenever I, sometimes I take a walk and I go to run, I'm like, man, something is like not perfect there. But but you don't think you're going to blow it out. You don't think it's going to come off the moment. When I did blow it out though, rounding first, it popped on me, Chin. It's like boom, and I felt like a shotgun. But thank God I had some adrenaline because I kind of came back and was still upright.
You played it good. I mean, well, here's the irony of this, folks. I've known you, Case. I don't know what we've known each other for coming up on like 20 years, almost 17 years. You're a professional baseball player. You're a 302 hitter. I could argue, and I believe you can make this argument, that you are probably or possibly in the best shape of your life right now. Not the strongest, but like
I'm in the best shape of my life.
Every single day. There are times Sean Casey visited me, and like in between, like when we're like, oh, we're gonna go to lunch, we'll do this, we're figuring things out. Sean Casey drops down and does like 40 push-ups. Like in between life. I'm not kidding. Am I exaggerating this? I'm not exaggerating this. Am I?
Sarah just said he's got a 6-pack. No, dude, it's true. I'm probably in the best shape of my life. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. But what? Baseball shape, quick movements and stuff like that is a different ball game.
Okay, so this is it, folks. Hit your recordings now. Get your camera out, Sean. Let's break this down.
Yeah.
Break this down.
So, dude, when I look at this, okay, the moment you showed before where I come out now, John Dennis, who I obviously with Teleperformance, who's my buddy, who's one of the best strength coaches in the world, really does Breakthrough Pro with me. He said to me, he goes, dude, when you came out of the dugout, like you came out, dude, like I said, I came out like a wrestler, and I've always, I'm excited. I love it. I want to give the fans what they want. Well, I came out, he goes, do you know that you kicked your leg all the way up above 90 degrees? I'm like, I did? Yeah. So let me show you.
Yes.
Let me show. I went back and looked. Let me show you right here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Right here. Watch this leg kick. Boom, right there. You see that?
Yes.
I honestly think this is the moment it started to go. Because now I'm coming out, 50,000 people. The only adrenaline I get in my life is when you and me are, locked in, or me and Sarah are talking, or with the kids. That's the biggest adrenaline. 50,000. I don't know if anyone's experienced 50,000 people coming to their feet with a video, with the Bananas atmosphere, with Jesse announcing. It's incredible. So this is all an adrenaline move. So this is all adrenaline. But watch the leg kick again. Just watch it. Comes out. Watch this. Watch this. Right there. Wham! Oof. That's high. That's high. And you know what's so funny? Here's say hi to Jesse. Obviously, before, what was great was KJ. My man KJ was on deck. So when I talk about Kyle Jackson, my son's one of my son's best friends. Boom, right there. KJ's right there. He's all fired up. I come over, give KJ a high five. Jesse. I mean, Jesse's such a great guy, and the guy is just all in for Banana Ball. It's such a cool thing. What a cool moment. But I do think, Chinch, that leg kick right there set something in motion, dude.
You think so? So that initiated, like, maybe it kind of loosened.
It initiated the years of, hey, the adrenaline. It wasn't just a leg kick. It was an adrenaline leg kick.
Right, but now you're super pumped up still, so you're not feeling this probably. I
don't feel anything.
Right.
I'm so jacked up.
Yeah. What did one of the players say when he heard you hitting?
Oh, yeah. So dude, I hit on the field and people are like, dude, how old are you? I was like, I'm 51. They're like, no way. But so I'm like, yeah, because I was hitting some, dude, that bat speed was there. I was hitting some rockets. I was like, just give me one pitch, right? So before the game, though, I got my uni on. I'm getting ready. I'm in the tunnel, and I'm hitting in cages in the visiting clubhouse. And I honestly, cheers, I'm hitting some bullets. And I come out, and the guy comes in. One of the couple guys were in the clubhouse, and one guy walks up, and all you could do is hear the cage going off. And the guy goes, the other guy goes, who's in the cage? Like, Sean Casey's in the cage. Like, dude, that's such a different sound. It sounds like a shotgun's going off every time you're swinging. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like,
very cool.
You know what I mean? Like, it was a different, that big league bat speed. Wham!
Yeah, and now you've been taking BP. Like, this guy's been ready for this.
Dude,
right?
I'm ready. I've been preparing for a month. I've been taking BP a ton. Maybe that's part of it too, bro.
It goes so now. Well, that dude, you. This dude's throwing this things moving left and right. We don't got a strike.
I was like, just give me one, man. And I felt bad because he was supposed to throw. I think when a guy like the celebrity or whatever you call it, the guest guy comes in, they're trying to pump you a strike because you want to give it to the fans. But I felt bad for the guy. He felt so bad. He's like Jimmy Lewis, who I played with his dad in Cleveland. So funny. Do you remember Jimmy Lewis, right-handed pitcher? He came up to me. He was like, "I'm so sorry, man. I feel so bad. I couldn't throw a strike." I'm like, "Dude, it's all good, man." One other thing, dude, Chinch. You think about this, too. The other movement in the box when he on the ball 4, he throws it at my feet and I jolt backwards too.
Ooh, so there's another
movement, dude. You got the high leg kick. Now you got the jolt back with the legs.
Okay, so we got 2 fast twitch movements that happened, and now at this moment, the ball gets by the catcher on ball 4, and Sean Casey, ever the hustling baseball player.
Well, dude, here's the thing. Ball 4 happens. I thought I was just going to stay and hit again because I'm there to hit, right? I'm there to, I don't even want to run.
Fans aren't looking for a walk.
They don't want to see Sean Casey run. That is not sexy.
No,
you know what I mean? That's not what you pay to see. I wouldn't pay to see myself run. I pay to see myself hit.
This brings us, before we get to the actual event, you have a suggestion for Banana Ball, and these guys listen, and I think this is a phenomenal suggestion you have. Ball 4 happens in the future. What do you think the Savannah Bananas should be doing and the league should be doing at that moment when the celebrity?
I was thinking that, if you bring in these guys to play and, like Todd Frazier got grounded to third. I'm sure he would have wanted one more pitch or I walked. Or whoever. Eric Hosmer punched out the other day. I think there should be a card that you pull out, and you're like, oh, he's pulling out the do-over card. Do you want to see Sean Casey hit again or Todd Frazier hit again? And place would go nuts. Like, he's turning out he's turning in his do-over card or rack it back. Rack it back card.
No, I think we could just call it the Casey card. I'm going to call it the Casey card. It'll be named after what this horrible physical experience that you had. I'm pulling the Casey card. So you get a fresh at bat or something.
Dude, I think that's a great idea. I'm going to call Jesse and ask him about that.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, perfect. So now
so I got the leg kick. I got the shuffle back. Now listen, I'm thinking that can I get another pitch? Because I'm gonna hit.
Right.
The umpire's like, you gotta go. It's a what? So, dude, now here's the deal. This is what happened. The reason that I'm hustling so hard because on this play is because in Banana Ball, they don't like walks. And it's ingenious. They don't like walks. They don't like pitcher. You can't, no mound visits to the pitcher, all that stuff. They take it out. So when you walk, what happens is, boom, the ball gets thrown down to the pitcher. And then the pitcher throws it to first. All the outfielders run in. Every player has to touch the ball before that guy can stop. So, if you're a fast runner, you can just take off. Boom, you're getting a double because everybody's got to touch the ball. Well, when they threw it to me, bro, it was a pass ball.
Right.
So you guys take off, run. So I'm running, and I'm like, I probably could get the second. So I get the first, and now the crowd is cheering. Crowd's like, go to second. The guy at first base is like, go to second. And I'm like, but honestly, Chinch, when I'm running to first, I'm like, something doesn't feel right at that moment. I'm like, my legs aren't moving right. I'm like, and in my mind, I was like, I didn't think I was going to just take off running at any point. I thought I was going to hit the ball. And it was either ground out or hit a bullet in the gap. I really thought I was going to hit a bullet in the gap, but that didn't happen. So all of a sudden I'm running and the ball is away from the catcher. And now I'm like, maybe I should go 2 and give it a try because everyone's cheering. As soon as I round first, dude, I felt a freaking pop in my hamstring. It almost felt like someone shot me, like a sniper shot me. And I was like, oh boy, you've strained a hammy before. Like I've strained a hammy millions of times when I'm like, oh, I got to stop. That's a straight hammy. Like,
dude, you feel like it's like in those movies where they got the horses and they're pulling a guy apart. That's what it feels like for anybody who's never done something like that. Seriously. Wait. So pull it up, dude. Show me the exact moment. Where's the exact moment?
Okay, let me show. I'll show you the the exact moment. So
Because as you're pulling us up, the amazing thing about you, and this had to be so difficult, like you kept a smile on your face, you're having fun, you're still high-fiving guys, and I could tell when you started walking off, I'm like, oh, you just like,
yeah, well, yeah. It didn't Jess say something? Just like, oh, he's
just
it's not good. It's not good.
My wife, she goes, oh no, I think he just pulled his ass. Exactly. She said it straight face, and I was like, what?
She was right. All right, so how about Danny Graves is on the call? I was like, just don't get hurt, Case. Don't get hurt. So here it is. Boom, it gets by. See that shuffle? The ump goes, you got to run. I'm like, okay. So I start running, and then right here, boom, right there, dude. Pop.
Yes, a little pickup, a little hitch and a giddy up right there.
Dude, right there, I'm literally, dude, my hamstring's gone right there. Right there. I could feel it like, uh-oh. And I'm obviously playing it right. So they slow-mo it here. And that's where the ump's like, you got to run.
Right there, were you turned and started running?
Look, the guy at first, coach is like, you got to go to second. I'm like, get the pitch runner out here ASAP, because I was like, I'm definitely done.
Amazing how you didn't limp off the field. You weren't limping off the field, but inside, was not at that moment, was it just like, I'm fired? Like, what was happening? What was happening in your mind?
First I was like, I can't, like, something's not right. You know, sometimes you're like, oh man, that hurt. I was like, I'm injured. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not hurt. I'm injured.
Like the program.
Like, the program. Like, I'm injured. Like, this is legit. Again, dude, I just went through my injuries. I have had so many injuries in my baseball career. I've broken every bone. I've torn every muscle. But like, this was different. Like, that pop, I never felt a pop like that. Like, boom. And like, I was thinking, now I even said to Griff last night, I go, dude, I hope I was a good teammate to you when you popped your hammy, because I didn't realize, first off, the pain, and like JD's like, dude, the fact that you stayed on your feet, he's like, that just shows. But dude, I wanted to keep in the moment. I wanted people to enjoy. I didn't want to go down, because I think usually when you get pop your hamstring, you do go down. Dude, I didn't even think about it. I was like, I thought to myself, don't go down. Don't go down. Don't lay on the ground. Figure it out.
And that proves how great of shape you were in right now. Because I know a lot of people with some big boilers who, if they tweaked a hammy, they'd be on the ground in trash.
Dude, if I had a boiler, I'd have been down on the ground.
You've been standing this entire show, by the way, folks.
I'm leaning on my left side, heavily leaning on my left side.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you said it all. First of all, this is just a testament how great you are, dude. Everything with a smile. There are people, I'm telling you, I've gotten messages like with people I can read through the text messages. They're like in tears, like really upset for you. But this man has a smile on his face. It's the whole charge, dude. Charge.
Dude,
mentality, right?
I gotta, if I'm teaching a course on charging in life when things don't go your way, or, when you have adversity, you got to be able to charge a storm. Because at the end of the day, I always say, like, when the storms come in your life, you got to be able to charge, like, not if they come. And I think that's one thing in life where, I think we all think we're exonerated from the clouds of life, from the constant work you have to do, from the loss of a hamstring, not just the loss of relationships, or the loss of a hamstring. Hey man, that's a legit cloud that comes to you. Like, obstacles in your life, uncertainty. This is a lot of uncertainty. I got a lot of things going on in my life right now. Like, the last thing I need is hamstring surgery on Thursday. That's gonna, with all these things happening. Like, and I love too the clouds. Desire. Desire. I think we struggle as human beings because we want things to be different than the way they are, and we struggle with that. Oh man, I wish it wasn't this way. Hey, guess what, guy? You got a blown out hamstring. It's off the bone. What are you going to do about it? You know what? I'm going to go get surgery. I'm fortunate. I'm grateful. And I think gratitude, meaning, finding value no matter what. It's easy to be grateful when everything's going well. I'm so grateful, dude. I got Chinch's my buddy. Sarah's in my life. I got great kids. I got a torn hamstring off the bone. Hey, man, I'm grateful no matter what, man. I'm going to find value no matter what. So that's how I look at it, dude. At the end of the day, if I'm not charging and I'm teaching this Breakthrough Pro course and teaching people how to charge, like, let's go, dude. That storm's in my life now. It's here, and I'm coming for it. And I'm not going to sit back, and I'm not going to suck my thumb in the corner. I'm not going to play victim. It is what it is. And I'm not a big believer, Chinch, on what's good and what's bad and all that stuff. Reality is reality. And at the end of the day, I got to look at this and go, you know what? God's got a plan for me. Things always work out the way they need to work out, and I'm not going to question it. And whatever it was, if it was the leg kick, if it was the shovel back, if it was the 25 years of hitting every single day and working your butt off and going to the post and putting your body on the line and getting in the box in front of 50,000 people to showcase your skills, your God-given ability. If that was all of that combined, and I got one last shot at Banana Ball Jesse, allowing me to come out there and have 50,000 people come to their feet and blow out my hamstring off the bone, thank you so much, man. Let's go.